Welcome back, Bills Mafia. We just beat the best team in the NFL on Sunday at their own stadium, took out the Detroit Lions. Couldn't be more psyched. Allen had a 4 touchdown game, which could have very easily been a 6 touchdown game. When in the very beginning of the game, on our very first drive that we had the ball, Josh Allen pulled one of his classic magical rollout to the right moments. You all know what I'm talking about. We've all seen him do it a million times. He throws an absolute dime to Shakir in the end zone. And upon further examination, I'm going to have to say this was definitely a pass interference. When I was watching the game in live time, I thought it was a little ticky-tacky, but upon further examination, this was definitely a pass interference. Shakir should have had a touchdown here. Then later in the game, they took away another touchdown to Dalton Kincaid from a literal phantom holding call. And guys, I went deep into the film study on this one. There was no hold here. I thought that it looked this way when I watched it in real time, but after looking at it even closer when I was studying film, there definitely was no hold on this play. I don't know what the refs were doing on this call, but that was a second touchdown taken away from Josh Allen. So really, there should have been back-to-back weeks of Josh Allen having 6 touchdown games, which I don't even think anyone's ever done that in the NFL. Either way, a 4 touchdown game is great. Josh Allen played out of his mind again. I was lucky enough to be at that game against the Rams the week before. Here's some of my own personal footage I took from that one. Sure, it sucks that we didn't take home the W, but I'll be honest, just to be able to witness probably Josh Allen's most impressive football game to date was an accomplishment of its own. So happy that I got to see that. Obviously, I would have loved to get the dub, but at the end of the day, coming off 7 games in a row that we had won, we were due for a loss. I kind of saw this coming, so I really wasn't upset about this loss. We were just well overdue. The Rams played good. Josh Allen played amazing, but our defense just couldn't hold it together. But it was awesome to see us bounce back in a huge way, beating the Detroit Lions on the road. Now, with this game, besides being a phenomenal game for the 2024 NFL MVP, Josh Allen, because let's be honest, this is not a debate anymore. Okay? Josh Allen is the MVP, and he's playing the best quarterback football in the game right now. And I phrase it that way, saying the best quarterback football, because I will give it to Saquon. You could argue that Saquon is the best overall NFL player right now. You could argue that. He's not. It's Josh Allen. But you could argue that, and I wouldn't call you crazy. But there's no debate, quarterback-wise, Allen is the best in the game right now. Period. There's no debate. The conversation's off the table. It's Josh Allen. But I'll veer off our golden boy for a little bit here. I could talk about that guy all day. That's why I busted out the shirt today. Had to give my man props. Playing out of his mind right now. But like I said, let me veer off him for a second. I want to give a couple of props out on this episode. And the first one being our defensive line stepped up in a huge way this game, which was awesome to see because the week before they were basically non-existent. We put no pressure on Stafford the entire game, so it was great to see the defensive line bounce back this game. Also, I want to give props to our running backs. Great day for all 3 of them. You had a big game for James Cook, who had 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. Who on his second touchdown had his hair pulled out during this play, and that couldn't even stop him as he broke free. Then you had Ty Johnson, who had 5 catches for 114 yards, who led all receivers today, which is not an easy thing for a running back to do, to lead the receiving room. This guy was just on fire all day with these catches. He was just racking up the yards after catch. Josh Allen was threading the needle on these passes to him. And then you also had Ray Davis with a touchdown as well. So I love the way we're creating a 3-headed monster with our running back game. Props to Joe Brady for scheming to get all these guys involved. They're all so talented in their own way. It's great to see it all come together in the field and allowing us to spread out the ball in a way that they can all be beneficial to us. You fucking love to see it. And our D-line was just constantly stuffing Montgomery at the line until he got hurt. But before then, doing this is no easy task because Montgomery's a fucking beast, okay? I love watching this guy play. Him and Gibbs are absolutely electric. There's no denying that. In all game, this line had pressure on Goff. Ed Oliver with 10 quarterback pressures and a sack. A great get-right game for Ed Oliver, who had kind of been struggling a little bit lately, hadn't really been in the spotlight too much. So I'd love to see him kind of break out of that and just consistently have pressure on Goff all game long. Then you had Christian Benford with a sack. You had Russo with a sack. Well done, guys. Way to bounce back from last week. But now the one negative I'm going to say, and I want to save this for the end because we beat the best team in the NFL on Sunday. Point blank. So we deserve all the props in the world for that. Because honestly, the Lions were the only team in the NFL that I was scared of. That was the one team that I was like, ooh, man, facing them in the Super Bowl would be scary. But after we knock these guys off, there's nobody else in the NFL that I'm scared of. There's no other team out there that I look at and I'm like, oh man, they're scary. Not even you, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not even they could stop this Bills Mafia train right now, okay? Because it's coming full steam ahead. No fucking stops. Can't stop us, won't stop us. Playing the best football of Josh Allen's career so far. So, again, the one bad thing that I want to bring up from this game, besides our defense getting scored on a lot, but even that I will give us a little leeway on because the Lions are a super high-powered offense. They drop 30 points or more on everybody in the NFL. So, I'm not going to come down as too hard for getting scored on a lot by them. We also were out Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp, both of our safeties. So, all things considered, we did our thing. But the one negative thing I will say is the elephant in the room. Tyler Bass. I mean, how many times is this guy going to miss an easy field goal for us? He missed a 24-yarder right before halftime. So I don't know what we got to do to get Bass to just be a consistent kicker for us, but he made a 51-yarder for us, and then he missed a 24-yarder for us early in the game. The inconsistencies just, they have to stop. And we've given him a lot of chances here. And I'm shocked that he still has a job on this team. This just shows that this Buffalo Bills team is just a family, and they don't want to kick anybody out. All right? And I get that, and I love that about us. But this is the one clear flaw in our team that needs to be addressed. So, best of luck to Baz. I hope he gets it together, but I'm getting sick of this, guys, and I know we all are. So, he needs to get things on track. He's had enough chances. At this point, I don't really know how we keep giving him more chances, but Godspeed. But, overall, guys, this was a great game for us. That was the only real bad thing to bring up. Now we got a couple cakewalk matchups against our pitiful AFC East competitors with the Jets and the Patriots. But never take any for granted, especially divisional games. You got to stay humble. Let's just win out the rest of the season and keep on our mission to the Super Bowl. Because this is our fucking year, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. But I'll see you guys next week. Go Bills.